Well, good morning everyone. Welcome to another fishing video. If you watched last week's video, you'd have seen me and G attempted to fish Corton. We went Tramps Alley Corton. The wind absolutely defeated us down there. I mean, I forget the wind speed now and the wind strength, but we were getting waves. I'm not even kidding you. We were getting waves like 6, 7, 8 foot high crashing in. We were not holding bottom. We got snagged twice. We had rogue waves hit us. It was one of them days where if it could go wrong, it went wrong. So we were there about 2.5 hours. We knocked it on the head. I think I managed to get a whiting out, so I didn't blank, but it weren't a very successful fishing day. I'm going again today. It is Tuesday today. It's exactly a week later. I'm forgetting the date off the top of my head. I'm going today anyway. None of the boys are coming. All the boys are sort of busy doing stuff today. So I'm fishing on my own today. I had a couple of mates fish South Beach, Yarmouth over the weekend. And they had a few nice bass out, and my mate Jamie had a flounder out, and yeah, it was a nice size flounder. The thing with South Beach is not too many people I know fish South Beach Yarmouth, so I don't get to hear too many reports of South Beach Yarmouth. All my mates fish North Beach, they fish Central Beach, they fish Corton, they fish K-Star, so you hear what's going on. Because no one really fishes South Beach, or no one I really know fishes South Beach, I don't really hear too much of what's being caught. So it could be fishing really well. I'm just not finding out. I'm just not knowing. So I'm going to give South Beach Yarmouth a go today. Like I say, especially after what Jamie and Kyle done the weekend, what they were getting out. So that is the plan. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to boil my flask. Again, make sure the flask is tight, because if you watched last week's video, like I say, if it go wrong, it went wrong. Flask leaked all in the bag. My hat was in the bag. I couldn't even put a hat on last week because my hat was soaking wet. It was one of them days. The only thing that's slightly going wrong today already, I forgot to get my squid and my mackerel out the freezer last night. So that is still absolutely frozen. I've put it in a carry bag and I've put it under the radiator and I've flicked the heating on. So I'm hoping it thaws out a little bit before I get there. But at the moment, that is the only thing that's going wrong at the moment. So fingers crossed, that is the only thing that goes wrong all day. They are predicting a bit of wind this afternoon, but I don't think anything like the wind we had last week. They're not predicting any rain. They're saying it's going to be quite a nice sunny day. I know it's a bit chilly. I think it's 5 degrees. It's going to get to a maximum of 6 or 7. So it's going to be chilly, which is good. That I think the colder the weather attracts some of the better fish. We won't know until we get down there. So yeah, get everything. We're going to get the kettle boiled, get my bags packed, get in the car. We're going to get down there. We'll get fishing, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it is a decent day. So yeah, I'll see you when I'm down on South Beach Yarmouth. Just arrived down on South Beach where I'm parking. Where I've parked, this is all free parking along here, like all year round. Summer, winter, all free parking. Got the Premier Inn over there. Literally, I go through the car park, the Premier Inn, through the other side, down the steps, and onto the beach. Where that caravan is over there, I'm going just past the caravan, heading over to the right. It's a little bit breezy as I'm standing here. Let me go back in the car. It's a little bit breezy, so I've bought the other case of me again. I used this case last week. It's the one where this camera doesn't fit because the back's too big, so I have to use the elastic band to hold it in. But it seemed to work last week. It cut all the wind noise out and everything. So if I get down there and it is blowing up a bit, then I will put it in this case and I will do the elastic band trick, and that is what I will use. So yeah, that's where I'm parking. Like I say, nice easy access. Literally takes a minute and a half, and I'm down on the beach, not even a minute. And like I say, this is all free parking all year round, which is absolutely ideal. So right, let's get all the gear out of the car, we'll get it all out, and we'll get down on the beach. Right, just about to do the first cast of the day. This tide is rushing in, it's only 9 o'clock. High tide is 12 o'clock, so I've got 3 hours yet. And you can see where there's been a tide line last night. Well, yeah, this morning's one. High tide would have been along here. I'm only set up here. So when I night fished down here last time, it got very close to the waves coming in. So what I've done is I've got a jacket and that up there, bag and that's all there, and that's there. So if need be, just throw it up on top, and all it'll be down here is the rods. I can handle the rods, just getting a couple of rogue waves, but as long as I keep all the rest of it dry. Right, what we're starting off with, right, I've got a pennel rig on here, 2 hooks with a whole squid, and that's just on a clip, that's clipped down, and that's about what, just under a metre length on the snood. This side we've got squid, 2 hook flapper rig, squid on there, and we've got a little bit of mackerel on there. I have got some worm, but I'll tell you the story with the worm in a minute. Anyway, let's get these out, let's get these in the water, let's get the day going. Right, tide is on the way in obviously, so it's really pulling around to the right. Lines are really pulling around as predicted. Once obviously once it gets to high tide it straightens out, and then as the tide starts going out it starts pulling. I think I'm definitely going to have to be, like I say, I've only got 3 hours and that's high tide, but last time I was down here when I night fished, in those 3 hours they really did race up, and especially if we got the winds coming off the sea, which is going to be pushing it up as well. It's yeah, it's going to get very close. So once we've hit high tide, that's it, I can bring everything down. But I thought if I just leave it like that for now, all I've got to do, if I get the box, the bag and the bait up there, then I'm kind of alright. Anyways, make sure these lines are tight and I'll come back and I'll show you my bait. Right, so bait for today. I've got squid, whole bag of squid there. I had that from Pownall's. Last time I went fishing with G last week, I only used 2 or 3 bits of it. The weather was so bad it just went back in the freezer, which I forgot to get out last night, so that's still a little bit frozen. I've got baby octopus, which I've never used before in my life, but down at Pownall's they give me a bag of it. They said give it a try, see what you think, see how you get on with it. So I thought, right, won't do no harm. I've got a mackerel here that's still absolutely frozen, but like I say, the sun is out. The sun's actually, I know it's only 5-6 degrees, but there's quite a bit of warmth coming off the sun, so this should thaw out in no time. When I went fishing last week, I had some fresh lug. I only used 3, 4, 5 of them. I went back, put them in the fridge, thinking I might be going fishing again in the next day or so. Totally forgot they were in the fridge. Doing something in the fridge the other day, and I thought, what's this bit of a smell coming out of the fridge? And when they were in there, wrapped up in a blue bag. Anyway, I got them out today because I thought you never know what they're going to be like. I kind of had a feeling I know what they would be like, and yeah, they are mush. They're absolute mush. But I'll tell you what, the smell that is coming off them is unbelievable. So what I might do is, when I'm using a bit of squid or a bit of the mackerel, I might just tip it with a bit of that, just to get the scent off it, because that scent is absolutely pungent, is that the right word? Potent? I know potent's the word. Pungent? Oh, I don't know, my English ain't that good. I've only lived here 47 years, I still can't speak it. Pungent, yeah, I think that's the word. Anyway, it absolutely stinks, so I might start tipping it with a bit of that worm just to get the scent in the water a little bit. Look at these waves, look, look, look. We've got 3 hours yet. I'm definitely going to be able to jump up there. You never know, the whole lot, I might even be fishing from up there. But I pretty much think this is exactly where my mate Jamie was the other day. He said he was just past that caravan, which is there. I'm only part the other side of that caravan. We've got the monument there. They call it the Nelson's Monument. Although it's not, it ain't, Nelson ain't even at the top. I think it's Boudicca, one of them. She's at the top. But apparently it's facing where Nelson was born or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm right in between that caravan and that sort of monument. And apparently this is where Jamie was fishing, and he had some nice bass out. And I say he had a flounder. I haven't had a flounder out for years, so it'd be nice to get a flounder out. Be a bit different species, wouldn't it, for today? So anyway, bait's in the water. There's nothing more I can do apart from keep me on them rods, hopefully get a bite, and hopefully get something out, and hopefully not get washed away. That's the main plan. And number one plan today is don't get washed out to sea. You can see how bad the sea's been here though. Look at this was all beach. This normally here comes down and it's the beach, but we get such rough seas in the winter here, it literally washes it all the way. It washes it all the way and drags it all out. That's how bad it's been here this winter. But like I say, where I am, I haven't gone right on the sheer bit. Look, I've gone where there's a little bit of a walkway. So boom, I'm up and I've escaped. See, got an escape route. Always got to have an escape route, haven't you, just in case. Right, anyway, keep an eye on these, hopefully get something out. Right, the rods have been out there for about 20 minutes or so, so I just reeled in, checked the bait situation. On that pennel rig, clipped down, squid totally untouched, totally intact, so that went straight back out. Left hand side, 2-hook flapper, that little bit of squid on there was still intact. Mackerel had been stripped. Mackerel always does though, that's the thing with mackerel, I know it does. I don't mean the fish has had a go at it, it's just like the skin gets brittle on the mackerel and it does break off. So I put a fresh bit of mackerel on there. Managed to make myself a nice cup of tea. Unlike last week when I came fishing and my flask leaked and I had enough for 1.5 cups of tea. So I was kind of glad we weren't there all day really, because that would have done my head in. But at least I've actually got a full flask of tea today, which is good. So first little sip. Man, I love a cup of tea. I absolutely love a cup of tea, do you know that? Quite a bit of movement on the rod tips. Like I say, the waves are hitting them. They're not the weights aren't losing bottom. Where I've cast, the lines are staying straight where they are, so I'm not losing bottom on the weights. I think it's just literally where the waves are hitting the line. It's just dragging it down and pinging it up, dragging it down and pinging it up. Like I say, it's always like that when the tide's coming in. It's not till the tide sort of levels out and then starts turning, it goes the other way, it calms down a little bit. Waves still aren't doing too bad. We're still only sort of up to there. What's that? It's got to be like 20 past 9 now, nearly half 9. But what's that, half 10? Still got 2.5 hours. But I still wouldn't be surprised if I end up moving all my gear up. I was just talking to my mate Si on the phone, and I said to him I wouldn't be surprised if I actually have to start fishing from up there for half hour or so until the tide starts going out. We will see. End of the day, I'm on the beach, I'm fishing, I'm not at work, so it's all good, isn't it? I've got a day shift tomorrow. I'm in at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I thought get here today might be the only chance I really get this week. I'm on night shifts the rest of the week, so it's just good to be down there fishing. I'll just hopefully get something out like what Jamie had the other day. Hopefully get some nice bass out, nice flounder. Failing that, give it about 3 hours and I'll be praying for a whiting just to save the blank. But we'll see what happens. Right, just a quick update. I'm definitely going to be moving. I just had a look on my tide app. For some reason, I don't know, I looked at it yesterday, for some reason I thought it was 12 o'clock midday. High tide is 12:30 midday. I've already had 1 or 2 rogue waves literally come up to there where my foot is. And my rods are there. And the rest of my stuff's there. And we have got 3 hours from now until high tide. Yeah, look at these waves, look at some of these waves coming in, look. And we've still got 3 hours. I've got a feeling literally within an hour and a half, 2 hours, I will be on top of them dunes casting out from up there fishing. Which again is another reason why when I walked along, I found a bit where it was all battered down. Because I thought easy access. If you have to do a runner, you can get out. If it was like this all the way along, I mean this is, I'm 6 foot, that's like 5 foot high. And I know it's not like big cliffs like when you go Yorkshire and that, but it's still 5 foot. Trying to clamber up there with all the gear, yeah, that's going to be a tricky one. But at least there, like I say, it's broken down a little bit where people have been up and down. So like I say, I have got an escape route if need be. When I say if need be, I will be using it. I know for a fact I will. I know for a fact there's absolutely no way that tide ain't going to be up here in 3 hours. No way. Right, I just want to get some fish out now, do you know what I mean? Just want to get something, like I say, even a little whiting or a little dab just to start the day off. Just so I haven't blanked. And then it can only get better from there, can't it? He says. Right, just coming up to 10:15. So I've been fishing, what, an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. Nothing as yet. Right hand side, I had that whole squid's come off. I've put a new squid on there. And all that blacks that was all mushy from last week, oh my god, if you could smell what was coming off of that, oh my god, that has got to attract something. So I've got the blacks and I've wrapped it all around with bait elastic, and then I've put it on and bait elastic, and we've got a nice hook through the bottom, hook through the top. Right, this side here, I've gone back with the squid, a little bit of squid on that top one, and I'm trying a little bit of that octopus on the bottom. Never tried it before, who knows, do you know what I mean? So a little bit of octopus on there. Right, 2 more guys have pulled up there, and they're setting up a beach shelter. I don't know whether they're a bit brave or a bit stupid setting a beach shelter. I mean, I've moved the tripod back now. I've got waves coming up here. We've still got over 2 hours till high tide. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they must check the high tide times before they come, and they can see it's on its way in. Anyway, let's get this bait in the water. Let's get this out there. Right, I made my cup of tea. I'm drinking my tea, but I'm watching this woman. There's a woman down there. She walked past me, but she's collecting stones or glass stones, because she's walking along and she's just looking like that at the beach all the way down. Well, she's got right to the end, but waves are coming in before her and they're going up to where that wall is. So I was watching her and watching her. She did turn around, she did notice, she's walking back, then she started jogging. I think she's past it. I think she's alright, because behind her is like a 6 foot, 7 foot wall, and she was only sort of like 4.5 foot, 5 foot woman walking down there. And like I say, she walked down and waves behind her were crashing against the wall, so she was the other side. But where there was a little break in the tide, I think she managed to get past it. Oh, that tea went down the wrong hole. Yeah, she's past it. She's back on the beach. She's back on the beach. See, look at that. Look, I'm watching the fishing, I'm watching the weather, I'm watching the tide, and I'm doing bloody RNLI work. I'm watching the people, making sure I don't get stranded. She's still bending down collecting stones though. I think it's those glass stones. My mate Lee, he comes fishing with us every now and then, and I think he collects all them glass stones and that. Right, that guy up there, he's still set up. He might know something I don't know. He might know. He might think, oh, there's no way the tide's going to get up that far. I hope it don't. I mean, like I say, all I've got to do is throw my bait up there and throw my box up there. I'll bloody throw the tripod over my shoulder if need be. But if you've got a beach shelter set up and all that, that's a lot of gear to start moving, isn't it? That's a lot of gear to start moving. Right, what's she doing now? See, she's past it, but now there's waves here coming up. They're going to trap her again. She wants to keep an eye out, I tell you. She really does. I really don't fancy getting bloody wet today, jumping in saving someone. If you got to do it, you got to do it, but I don't really want to. I just want her to bloody hurry up and get out of there. Don't want to see her getting trapped off, do you know what I mean? Right, anyway, I want to keep an eye on his rods. I want to keep an eye on her. Oh, come on, let's get a fish out. Come on, give me a fish, please. It's just coming up to 12:15. So we've got 15 minutes and that's high tide. So I think we might have just got away with it. I've had 1 or 2 rogue waves, touched the bottom of the tripod there. Nothing's come up past the tripod as yet, but like I say, only 15 minutes and that's high tide. So we might be alright. I've been reeling the rods in, checking the baits, absolutely nothing. God, that right hand side is really getting pulled down with their waves. Right hand side now on the pulley panel, I've put a squid and mackerel wrap. That's got a nice wrap on there. And left hand side, I've put 2 bits of squid out. Like I say, I saw that guy earlier putting the white in and pulling the dab, but I haven't seen him pull nothing else in since then. And I've pulled absolutely nothing in, absolutely nothing. But like I say, half hour, well, 15 minutes to be high tide. That's 12:30, so come 1 o'clock, that tide that'll be on the turn by 1 o'clock. So 45 minutes, tide's on the turn, hopefully on the turn, start getting something out. I'm going to fish to about 3 o'clock today, So once it gets to that 1, I'll have 2 hours of the tide going out to try and get something out. Oh, I've got to get something today. I cannot blank. I was thinking just now, do you know what, since I've done a little bit of fishing last year, I had a break sort of like through the year, but since September I'd been pretty much every week right up until Christmas, and then in the new year I literally have had about 2 weeks off from fishing, and other than that I've been fishing every week, and I have not blanked once yet. Since September last year I have not blanked once. Don't let today be the day I blank. I've got to get something out. Something, come on. Right, at last we have saved the blank. Whiting. It's literally 12:30, which is high tide bang on. I'll be pulling the whiting now. Not too bad a size. Not too bad. That's alright. Right, we're getting one hooked and we're getting back in. But we haven't blanked. And that was on squid. At last. Well, I'm glad I got that whiting out. That saved the blank. I started fishing at what, 9, 10, 11, 12. It took me 3.5 hours to get the first fish of the day out. 3.5 hours. But we didn't blank. But like I say, it's getting up to, well, it's definitely high tide now. Another half hour, that'll be on the turn. The whole squid I'm putting out there, I've been putting whole squid out, whole squid with worm, whole squid with mackerel wrap. Nothing has entertained that whatsoever. That's had nothing. So what I might do, once that tide starts turning and heading out, I might just put a 2-hook flapper on the right hand side, and then I've just got 4 little bits of squid out there, and then a bit more of a chance of getting some whiting dabs, maybe a little flounder out like what Jamie had. Even if there's a few dogfish about, they still take that little bit of, do you know what I mean? The big baits out there, I was hoping for a nice big bass or even a cod. There's still been a few cod coming out up Colton way. So that's what the big bait was for, the idea of getting something decent, but nothing has entertained that whatsoever. So I'm going to play it by ear or so. I might keep with the big baits for the next hour. If nothing is entertained that whatsoever, then yeah, 2-hook flapper on that. So I've got 4 little bits of bait out, and we just keep trying to get some whiting dabs, like I say, some nice flatties out. Oh, at least we haven't blanked. At least we haven't blanked. Right, the pennel rig with the whole squid I was putting on there, wraps, that's come off. I've put a 2-hook flapper on there now on this right hand side. 1 up, 1 down. The one that's up, I've got a bit of this baby octopus on there. We'll give that another bash, see if we can get anything on that. The one that's down, we've got a nice bit of squid down there. And the 2-hook flapper on this side, bit of squid. And we've got a nice bit of squid on there. Right, let's get these in the water. Let's get these out there. Right, so it is about 1:15 now, so the tide is on the turn. We've still got 1 or 2 rogue waves coming up here, but you can tell it's on the turn, because when I'm casting out now, the line is no longer being pulled all the way to the right. The line is staying pretty much straight out in front of me. I ain't gonna lie, it's a bit of a fresh one. Like I say, when that sun pops out, it's not too bad, but as soon as that sun goes in, oh my god, you really feel it. Like I say, I think a high of 6 degrees today. Got 4 bits of bait out there now. Got the 2 bits of squid on the left. Right hand side bit of squid and a little bit of that baby octopus. Give that a try. Like I say, I've never used it before, so you never know, do you? And just hopefully get some more out. I know I only had a whiting out, but even a few more whiting, a few more dabs. Just a little something, do you know what I mean? A little something's better than nothing, isn't it? A little something is better than nothing. Oh, right, I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea. Yeah, look at this wave, look. So we're still getting a few rogue waves. But like I say, the lines are holding straight, so it's blatantly on the turn. Right, I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea. Keep my fingers crossed, try and get something else out. Here we go, whiting number 2. We're off and running now, look. That's on that bottom hook. And that was on squid, look, just in the side of his mouth there, look, whiting number 2. Again, not a bad size. Nothing's touched that octopus stuff. I might get it off and put more squid on there as well, and squid on there. Right, we're getting him off, we're getting back in. Number 2, we're off and running now. Well, the dabs are making a show now. Nothing too big, only a tiny one, but just makes a change from whiting, doesn't it? A little dab, and again, he's taking the squid. So we're getting him off and we're getting back in. That's it, all that 3.5, 4 hours whatever, we're catching nothing. And all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. Right, let's get him off, we're getting back in. Oh, here we are, another whiting, taking that bottom hook. Not as big as the other two. I thought that was something decent. Now I'll tell you what, when that rod went, it went. I thought that was something decent, but he's a little whiting. Right, get him off, we're getting back in. Oh, I knew that was a good bite. Here we go, bass. Bass are coming out. He ain't too big a, well, he ain't that bad a size. I'll take a photo of him a second. Yeah, look, I'll put him next to me there, look. Okay, he's not bad, is he? He's not bad. He's not keeper size, but he ain't bad. Right, we'll get him off anyway. Oi, the bass are coming out now. Oh, yes. Oh, another little dab come out. Look, he's taking that bottom hook as well, which is on the bottom. That's what the dabs do. They love swimming on the bottom. Only a little one, not a great size, but better than all the blanking from earlier. Right, let's get him off. Well, it's just gone 2:30. I had a nice run of whiting. I had a couple of dabs out. I had that bass out, which definitely saved the day. That bass definitely saved the bait. But the last 20 minutes or so, it's gone pretty quiet. Like I say, it's just gone 2:30, so I might reel both these in. I might put some fresh squid on both of them, whack them back out, and I might make that the last cast of the day. Just watching matey up there, he's just reeling in. Let me see if he's bringing anything in, or whether he's just drawn a blank. Let's have a little look. Oh, I'm glad I stayed. I mean, I could have done 3.5 hours, caught absolutely no fish. 3.5, 4 hours, nothing. Thought, oh, do you know what, sod it, pack it in and go. And I'm glad I stayed, because just as it got past that 4-hour mark, I say, I don't even know, what do I have in the end? I don't know. I'll see it when I watch it back. Maybe 5 whiting in the end, 5 whiting, 2 dabs and a bass. All on squid. All of them caught on squid. Yeah, he's just pulled out. What's he pulled out? I'll say a whiting, but it might be a bass. It's got a bit of a shimmer to it. I think he might have just pulled a little bass out up there. It's got a bit of a shimmer to it. Anyway, I'm going to reel these in. I'm going to put a fresh bait on. I'm going to throw them back out. And, well, it might be the last cast of the day. If nothing comes out, we'll see. Oh my days, right, just pulled this out. Do you know what? I'm tempted to say it's a place. Let me spin him round. I'm tempted to say it's a place. It's got the orange dots on him. Orange dot. This on the side there, where these are here, sticking out. Look how low down they start. Dabs start up by the mouth, I'm sure they do. His are starting around there. I think that's a place. I think I've just pulled a place. I'll go by the orange dots. He's got orange dots on the bits as well on the edge. And look how low down these actual deferens bits start. Dabs, they start up by the mouth. That's starting right round by the side. I'm pretty sure I've just pulled a place out there. I'm pretty sure, whatever it is, he's bloody nice size and he's fat. Well, I'm going to get him off anyway. We're getting back alive. Pretty sure that's a place. Pretty sure. I ain't seen one, I ain't caught a place for years. I forgot what they bloody look like. Right, so what was going to be my last cast wasn't my last cast. After putting that little fat boy out, I put fresh bait on and put both of them out again. I don't know, I'm still in two minds. Do you know what, maybe I think it was a dab. I'm just going by, it had orange spots on it though. And I know places have got orange spots, and I know like on the edges as well, what are they called? Like the wings, I suppose, isn't it you call them? It had orange dots on the wings. I don't know if it was being picked up on the camera, but in the actual sunlight you could see it. But I just quickly went online and had a few pictures of dabs as well, and some of them were still, I don't know, I'm pretty sure someone's going to comment on the video, let me know whether that was a place or a dab, or if it was a dab, it was a bloody fat one, I'll tell you that. It was definitely a nice dab. I haven't caught a place for years. I haven't caught a place since I've been living in Norfolk for the last 10 years, 11 years. We used to catch place down on the south coast a lot when we fished down there. I haven't fished the south coast for years, and I've never caught a place the whole time I've been up here. So I would be surprised if, maybe I'm just getting a bit carried away. I think I'm just getting a bit too excited. I think he was just a nice, let's just say he was a nice dab. And if anyone knows different, then I'm pretty sure they're going to comment. Either way, he was a nice fish. He wouldn't have made good eating, that's for sure. He had a fat chunky body on him, but he went back. He's back in swimming around. He's going to see another day. But no matter what he was, if I was someone that kept the fish and took him home and that, he would have made good eating, that's for sure. He was a right little fatty. Anyway, so yeah, I've put fresh bait on. I've cast them both out again. This probably will be my last cast now. I'll need to call it a day at some point. Right, well that is it. Just got back in the car. It's 3:30. So I said I was going to fish till about 3ish. And because that nice fat chunky place, dab, flounder, whatever that chunky thing was that come out, that made me stay for another cast. Yeah, nothing else after that. I think even matey was going through a bit of a quiet patch. Just goes to show though, did it? I say it all the time, patience, persistence. 4 hours of nothing, and then from what, 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock, non-stop. I've lost count. What do we get? 5, 6 whiting, 2 little dabs, that nice big fat chunky thing, and the bass. Bass saved the day, really, didn't it? It's always nice to get a bass out. He saved the day. Man, awesome day, really. Awesome day. Loved it. Thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. Yeah, if you're only watching one of my videos for the first time, kind of thing you like, hit that subscribe button, follow the channel. We've only got a couple of weeks, and me and the boys are off to Dorset for a week. We're going to be fishing all Chesil and Weymouth and Preston Beach, and I'm looking forward to that. A couple of weeks till we go down there. So yeah, awesome days fishing. Right, massive thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.